over in New Orleans. And the Saints, they've now opened up a 2-touchdown lead. Drew Brees, 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 at a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only the controlling things right at the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Levante David coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one good for 10 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. And it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They'll run it here with Brown. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Clock running, the Bucs try to go quickly and get set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began. Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic.
And he coughed it up, and the Buccaneers have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches. All the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And a solid run down inside the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Back to throw here. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Captain Zero out now as he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A carry here for the big tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Powers. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Grant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is Brown on the carry. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vinny Curry in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Let's go. Green 39.
He gets it to Humphreys. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does, where a quarterback has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And we check on the game going on over in New Orleans. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bears take over. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Michael Thomas, 95 yards receiving in that one. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now,
back now in Tampa. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They're going to look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And now it's 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Michael Thomas, 95 yards receiving in that one. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go now. 3:19. 3:19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run. This is Brown. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Michael Thomas, 95 yards receiving in that one. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Green, 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gerald McCoy. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the
you